Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Afterlife. And this is your invitation to enter.
Oh, shit. That is amazing. I just like, oh my god, that's so cool. Hello, my name's Dad, aka Lucent. I'm a music producer and songwriter, and today I'm going to be reacting to The Weeknd's brand new album. This is Dawn FM. Let's go. Yes, so The Weeknd this week decided to disrupt all of my YouTube plans and put out a brand new album. Completely came out of nowhere. It's called Dawn FM. I don't know like loads about The Weeknd. I know that there's like this kind of concept of this character that he's been developing over the years, which I find super interesting, but I've never really dug into his back catalogue or anything. My perspective is as like a music producer and songwriter, as I said, so that's a lot of what I get into when it comes to my reactions is like lyric and meaning and production. And I feel like The Weeknd's got a lot of that going on in terms of the concept. So I think I'm going to enjoy it. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel for weekly videos, including reactions, including my own music, including my like opinion pieces. So yes, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you fancy all of that kind of stuff. And also make sure to like this video if you like it as well, because it really helps it in the algorithm and helps me develop my channel. Let's do it then. So this is song number 1. This is the title track, Dawn FM. Ooh. Oh, I like the ambience. Ambience. It's kind of like very 80s, isn't it? Ooh. It feels like a kind of 80s space opera, doesn't it? Very cinematic. Ooh, nice. Ah, oh, I love that.
You are now listening to 103.5 Dawn FM.
Yes.
It's time to walk into the light and accept your fate with open arms. Scared?
Oh my god.
Hold your head.
I love how high concept this is. It's creepy. There's like a real darkness to it. Even a jingle. So we've got a concept. Yes. I fucking love a concept album, and this one, Dawn FM, there's a real kind of like 80s horror movie vibe, isn't there? Like a lot of those pads, a lot of those synths. It feels like something like Stephen King or anything, you know, like accept your fate with open arms, and the kind of fake nicety of this kind of radio presenter that makes it, yeah, it gives it this really kind of dark quality, doesn't it? Very like Stranger Things kind of aesthetic with this real sinister undertone. And he's even like done a little like proper old school radio jingle as well. Fabulous. Okay, let's get right onto it. This is song number 2. This is Gasoline. More of this 80s vibe. It's so Stranger Things. I love it. Okay. Yes.
It's 5 a.m. my time again. I've soaking up the moon.
I like that as a lyric. So in the middle of the night, there's like anxiety, like trying to find who he is. So he's really struggling with stuff. It's really dark, isn't it? I know that you won't let me OD. Shit. So he's really like relying on somebody else so much. It's like being like kind of sleep paralysis type thing, isn't it? Where you're up in the middle of the night and you're spinning. You're kind of falling through the anxiety. Wow. Ooh. Wow, he's like contemplating death in the middle of the night. Oof. I love how they highlight that hook. Wow. Yeah, okay. I really loved the production on that one. I loved the verses especially. Really seemed to have this existential moment in the middle of the night. It reminded me of something one of my friends said to me once. She said that sometimes she would lie awake at night and couldn't sleep. She had this this insomnia. Her brain was thinking, what if I don't wake up? Going so far into this existential moment in the middle of the night. And there's something quite universal about, I think, especially people who are in their 20s and 30s and, you know, that kind of age, where we have these moments of existentialism, but often it is in the middle of the night when you're just trying to settle down and all the busyness of the day goes away and there's nothing to do, and suddenly these anxieties kind of creep in. That's what I'm getting from the song as a whole. Let's quickly check the lyrics. Looking up the moon, can't sleep. Oh, that's like a werewolfy thing, isn't it? Ooh, okay. Again, more 80s horror references. Aha, here we go. I think I know where this might be going. And it's dawn, isn't it? 5 a.m. my time again. He's missing somebody. Somebody's in a different time zone and he's up thinking about them. So it seems as if like he's missing this person. He's in this bed alone and there's all these kind of dark thoughts going through his head that are usually quelled by having this person next to him. And now that they're not there, they're kind of seeping in all these anxieties. You know, I know you won't let me OD. Incredible level of anxiety. Pour out the gasoline. It don't mean that much to me. Not sure what that hook means. Let me know what your interpretation would be. Let's go on to number 3. This is How Do I Make You Love Me? This is very Whitney Houston. Nice. Release yourself to escape reality. Ooh, yes. Whoa, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm ready. Ready for the drop? Okay. He has quite smooth drops, doesn't he? Oof. Ooh, I love... Oh, God, the production is so sick. Whoa, I love this, like... yeah, very clever. Oh, I love how they've kind of surmised those two bits, like the pre-chorus and the chorus. And also a very relatable message, isn't it, you know? Unrequited love. I really love this production. Really taking it down to nothing, you know? Oh, I love that. It's kind of a, like, breakdown groove. I don't think it's gonna go back. Yes! Oh my god. Oh, and it's gone right into the next song. Ah, okay. Oh, but I want to stop and talk about that song. Ah, yes. Oh my god. Okay, before we get too into that. That was great. Oh my god, that ending. He introduces the breath, a very clever kind of movement into the topic of the next song. And it's like text painting, but it's like foreshadowing what's coming. And it then slowly breathes, slowly moves into the next song. Oh my god, that's so fucking cool. I love that. Yeah, let's have a little look at the lyrics. He's almost like conducting this mushroom tea. It's almost like a stalkery kind of song. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? Like maybe like, you know, Misery by Stephen King. It's almost like that kind of thing, like I'm gonna make you love me, like an obsession, you know. He's talking about like releasing yourself to escape reality. What can I do for you that's gonna help you let go of these anxieties and these hang-ups that you have? But the kind of sinister turn in that is that he's not necessarily doing it for her, he's doing it so that she will fall in love with him, which sounds very controlling, doesn't it? Maybe this is the character that he's building up as somebody who is a fucking stalker. Maybe this is going to be a massive horror movie, this entire album. I don't know. Let's get on to this next song, song number 4, which we've already started listening to. This is Take My Breath. I like that we're staying in this real 80s world. It's making the album feel extremely cohesive. Take my breath. Yeah. That bass is so cool. I love this kind of marching pace to it. Oh, it's like taking it all away, taking the breath. I'm really, really feeling this album so far. Her fantasy is okay with me. She says, take my breath. Ugh. Take my breath away and make it last forever, babe. This has a sinister edge to it, though. Yeah, there you go, huh? I don't want to be the one who pays the price. Shit. It's like this duality of take my breath away, like, oh, wow, so romantic, but also like literally, you know. Ugh. Make it last forever, babe. If you take my breath away forever, then that means that I'm dead. Shit. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I love that. It's like almost like an EDM thing where you're kind of lost in the trance of it, you know? I love how even the bass has a hook. When you tie it down to these hooks, you can still feel like a pop song, but be more experimental. And have like a ridiculously long middle 8 section. This is f***ing good. This is great. Fab. That was really fucking cool. It really did take it to that 80s horror place. It took it to like more of a funk place, a groove place. Really just like taking you on like an audio journey. You know, it doesn't, like a lot of that song didn't really even have any lyrics. It just allowed you to just be lost in the kind of soundscape. But the lyrics that it did have had this extremely troubling central motif that could be taken one of two ways. It could be taken extremely romantically. I think on the surface of it, I think most people listen to it and be like, take my breath away. But I think that it has a bit more to do with like erotic asphyxiation, you know, breath play, as they call it. Yeah, okay, it is. I tell you that, it is. Look, you tell me things you want to try. You risk it all to feel alive. You're offering yourself to me like sacrifice. You said you do this all the time. Tell me you love me if I bring you into the light. She loves to be on the edge. Her fantasy is okay with me. Then suddenly baby says, take my breath away and make it last forever, babe. Do it now or never, babe. Take my breath away. Nobody does it better. Bring me close to... Oh my God, this is amazing. Want me to hold on to you tight. It's like, you know, very romantic lyrics, but like in context, like he's choking her. You're way too young to end your life, girl. I don't want to be the one who pays the price. I'm very sex positive, and I think that people should, with consent, explore the things that give them joy and bring them to orgasm or whatever. But where the Weeknd's coming from here is that he's worried about that, because obviously like stuff like breath play is very dangerous and should only be considered if you're doing it with someone who is very experienced. I think you know what you're doing, you have safe words, you have safety precautions in place, and this situation seems a little bit more uncontrolled. You know, he's scared that if he pushes it too far, if he goes past that edge, then he's gonna kill her. And look, you know, there's a real vulnerability and a connection that you can have between two people when you actually do this kinds of thing. So it is romantic in a way. It's incredible in the way that it has that duality of romanticism and darkness. It's amazing. Oh my God, this is a masterpiece. And like framing it with this idea of it being like a horror movie is incredibly clever. Wow. I'm so like... Following on from that lyrical thing of offering a sacrifice, the next song is called Sacrifice. This is song number 5. Ooh. We're going more into the Daft Punk vibes now, aren't we? I love this. This is a groove. I sacrifice your love for more of the night. No. I love that, the hook. Maybe it's like him sacrificing a stable relationship so that he can explore himself. Maybe he wants polyamory because he doesn't want to sacrifice like what he has with this person, but I think he does want to explore himself sexually. I'm really feeling this album. Oof. That ended quite suddenly, didn't it? Yeah, that one had such a good groove to it. Very much like a Daft Punk reference for me. Let's have a little look at the lyrics. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I was right, yeah, like, I sacrifice your love for more of the night, I try to put up a fight, but you can't tie me down. So he's exploring this idea that, like, he feels that he can't be free when he's in this relationship with this person. He wants to be able to explore the night, you know, in the city. Makes me think maybe he wants to try polyamory because he doesn't want to sacrifice the love, but he does want to try explore himself, you know. Where he is at the moment, he is sacrificing the love because he's not communicating to her correctly. He wants to still have a physical relationship and an intimate relationship with this person, but he doesn't want to be tied down. He wants freedom. He wants to be able to explore himself. Very good. Okay, let's go on to the next song. This is song number 6. This is another short one, so it's kind of like an interlude, but it's called A Tale by Quincy.
And it's like raising kids, man. If you weren't raised, you don't know how to raise.
Who's this? A father.
But I did do the best I could. I will never forget watching my mother get put in a straitjacket and taken out of my home.
Wow, shit.
Had long-lasting effects I didn't fully understand until much later in life. Whenever I got too close to the woman, I would cut her off. Here.
Sharing his story of his upbringing. Maybe The Weeknd feels like he has something in common with this person. Okay, so that went straight into Out of Time. Just a quick note before we continue on with that song. Maybe he's going to move into exploring his childhood trauma and how that's now reflected in his relationships. Because obviously that's what this person, Quincy, I guess, was talking about. I'm not sure who it is. You have to let me know. So let's continue with this next song, number 7. This is Out of Time. This definitely has like more like a smooth, romantic thing to it. Leaning into the soul a bit more.
There's so much trauma in my life.
Yeah, okay, so he's reflecting on his own trauma.
I look back now and I realize now I can't keep you from loving him. You made a
Because of the trauma in his life, he's pushed away this person and now they're in love with someone else. But he's out of time. He doesn't have the time to say that to that person anymore.
and I love you like I should have loved you all the time.
Begging for another chance. But he does know that he's out of time at the end of the day, doesn't he?
You made up your mind.
This is a bit more of a classic. It has a bit more of like almost like a soul Motown vibe to it. I like this one.
Don't you dare touch that dial. Because, like, you are out of time.
Oh.
There's still more music to come before
my
you're
God.
completely engulfed. Soon you'll be healed, forgiven, and refreshed, free from... You may even forget your own name.
It's so sinister.
On 103.5 Dawn FM.
So meta. Okay, and we're going to go into this another song. This is so weird. I love it. It's so, like, concept-y. I love a concept album so much. It's given me, like, this might be an obscure reference for some of you watching, but BioShock, like, that was very much, like, had this element of horror. The kind of narration of BioShock was this kind of person with a similar kind of accent being like, everything will be fine. You're going to go into your brand new life, blah, blah, blah. But the actual context of it is super dark. And I'm getting this similar vibe from these little segments of this Dawn FM, like horror radio. It's very, very cool. I really like that one. I loved how smooth that song was. The actual lyrical content of that actually wasn't really that at all, was it? He's kind of begging this person to come back to him, but he knows that he's out of time. They're in love with somebody else. And, you know, and he's looking at himself and looking at the trauma of his own life and he's trying to explain himself, but it's too late. Okay, next song. This is song number 8. And this is Here We Go Again. Feat Tyler, the Creator. Yes. Ooh. Oh. I love that particular chord movement.
Calling shots till the burn throats. So we clear.
Nice.
You didn't expect to fall for me once you got this deal. Dark, left Campbell, but when I'm
Bit of a diss track to his ex, maybe?
girl, she a movie star.
Baby girl, she a movie star. So he's in love again.
Here we go again. Ooh.
I tell myself I'd never fall, but here we go again. Falling in love again, that's quite nice.
Life's a dream.
Although this love is strong, to me some things can change, go wrong.
This will be Tyler.
We don't need no damn religion telling us that we in love with it.
Oh, yeah.
You gon' sign this prenup. You gon' sign this prenup.
It's the kind of societal boundaries of love in that lyric.
Love at all.
It's so 90s, isn't it? Very Boys to Men, this song, actually, isn't it?
The number one station of free.
It's the same song. Yeah. Oh, okay. Another radio hook at the end of the song. I'm just obsessed with this ongoing concept. Love it. That one sounded like a Boys to Men ballad. Felt like The Weeknd was actually expressing much more like beauty in romance which was unexpected. Let's have a look at the lyrics though. So he's talking about like his success, I think, in the industry. Yeah, he did say that. You didn't expect to fall for me once you got this dick. So he's telling the story of this romance that she started with somebody just kind of a bit thirsty for, you know, to be part of the fame. When she actually did get with him, she actually fell for him. I love that. But when I make her laugh, I swear it cures my depressing thoughts. But then Tyler's verse actually is a different perspective. He's saying, although this love is strong to me, some things can change, go wrong with me. We don't know how it's gonna be. Forever is too long to me. So he's saying, like, I don't want to get married just because I'm in love. Like, I am happy to just live in the moment. The number one station to free your soul. It's so sinister, isn't it? Let's go on to the next one. This is song number 9. This is Best Friends. Ooh, nice. Right. I don't want to be responsible for your heart because I get clumsy and tear it apart. Maybe like friends with benefits situation. You don't want to have sex as friends no more, yeah. So it has been a friends with benefits situation, and she's now like has feelings, yeah. I want you to be my best friend. I don't want any more than that, because I don't trust myself. Whoa. Moving into the next song. Wow. I loved that ending. Like, not like my favourite song on the album, but like I appreciate like the lyrics and the meaning. Yeah, there's friends with benefits situation where she's catching feelings and he doesn't trust himself to actually love her in that way. There's a lot of this kind of navigation of, yeah, like sex and relationships and love and friendship and physical closeness and, you know, emotional closeness that he's really trying to navigate in quite a nuanced way. So let's go on to the next song. This is song number 10. This is There Someone Else? Ooh, I like this kind of stilted rhythm. So he thinks he's being cheated on. I think lyrically, like, the songs don't necessarily follow the same storyline, because this one seems to be more of a relationship. And he's like, are you cheating on me, basically? If I ain't with you, I don't want to be. I like this little pitched vocal thing, hook. It's fun. I love the kind of dark electronica of it. Yeah, and that moves into the next song. I mean, I love a continuous album. I am very much a fan of like concept albums like that, you know. I actually did that with my album. Cool, interesting. That's not my favourite song. That was a little bit chill. I don't think it necessarily added anything super exciting to the mix, but it does further the theme of the album and does really build up more of this picture that he's trying to build. Let's go on to the next song. This is song number 11. This is Starry Eyes.
I only met you in my dreams before. Now you're my reality.
So he's had this like dream of this perfect girlfriend, and now she's there.
Let me be there.
I love all the subtle music production flourishes.
Let me love you like you need. Make it my responsibility.
So he's finally committing himself to somebody and saying he's gonna look after them and try and help them fix things. Like me love like you need.
It's okay, babe. I promise that I felt worse.
You can kick me to the curb, but it's okay because I felt worse. He's really offering himself up to this person, and it's a development, isn't it, emotionally, from earlier in the album. Fab. Love that. Oof. The production on that one was a little bit more subtle, but I really appreciated the little moments and the little bits of like side chaining and stuff that they built into it to kind of give it this kind of subtle groove with lots of detail. Yeah, nice. But yeah, like emotionally his journey it's moving on, isn't it? I feel like earlier in the album he was, saying how he didn't want to commit to somebody, but maybe he's met somebody new and things have changed, because this person, he's like, I'm ready to be what you need. I'm ready to help you fix yourself. I'm ready to be that support for you. And even if you want to kick me to the curb and bring me to my knees, I'll still be there for you. It's a commitment, isn't it? Which is something that he was actively avoiding earlier in the album. So maybe this is like the journey through his own psyche to a place where he can take responsibility. Very cool. Let's go on to the next song. This is song number 11, I believe. Oh no, this is song number 12. I don't know what happened, but this is song number 12. This is Every Angel is Terrifying. Yes. Going back to the horror movie vibes again. Oh, what's going on?
Would hear me among the angels' order, even if they pressed me against their heart.
Oh, I love this. This is unexpected.
We're annihilated.
Oof. Oh. I love this. Oh my god, there's so much. Oof.
Angels terrifying.
Oh.
Intense, graphic, sexy, edgy.
What?
A compelling work of science fiction.
Yeah. It's like an advert.
Afterlife. And this is your invitation to enter.
Oh shit. Wow, this is so existential.
I can't keep my eyes off the screen.
It's like amazing. This is so cool.
1-800-444. 379 shipping and handling.
Oh, fuck me. That is amazing. I just like, oh my god, that's so cool. Like, it's so surprising and weird and like just so creative. So let's talk about this concept, right? So it's almost like waking up in the middle of the night at dawn before everybody else has woken up, and you switched on the radio and there's this weird radio station playing stuff, and you don't know whether you're listening to music or being indoctrinated. It's almost like a horror movie, like in the way that it's like set up, it's so clever. It's so cool. When you wake up in the middle of the night, right, it's very easy to be very existential. That's what he sets up at the beginning of the album. And that's kind of where he's led us to with this advert, which is like trying to sell the afterlife to the listener for a very reasonable price. So it really does kind of like dig into like the notion of heaven and hell and soul and what happens after you die, but in this like amazing way that fits this weird concept album of this radio show in the middle of the night that's gonna suck out your soul. It's so good. So I think this album might have already won Concept of the Year in my Weepy Awards. Let's go on to song number 13. This is Don't Break My Heart.
I see you drowning in the purple lights.
Oh, I like this vibe. His anxieties are creeping in, right? Oh, yeah.
We broke up in the club.
Wow.
Died in the disco.
Wow. Oh, I love that. We broke up in the club and I almost died in the discotheque. It's like, oh, wow. So cool. And he's saying to this new person, I can't go through it again. I like this one. So the anxiety is already starting to creep in with this relationship. Maybe it's kind of a self-sabotage and it's in that sense as well.
When I kissed you neck, in the discotheque.
Don't break my heart.
Oh, really like the low voice. Love it. I really like that one. Yeah, I really loved that one. I really loved the smoothness of it. There was some really, really cool little production quirks. I love when that really low voice came in the middle. This story of him having his heart broken in the club is really like a kind of a detail and a window into his own experience that I think really connected me with his heartbreak in that moment. Can you imagine being in public like that and breaking up? I almost died in the discotheque. He's got this new relationship that he feels very confident in. He thinks that that she would die for him. That level of confidence in the relationship, but there's still this like niggling feeling he can't quite get over what happened before when he was in the club and got broken up with and his heart was broken. But it's rude. And he's just like, please don't break my heart. I can't go through this again. Right, I've eaten some crisps. Hopefully that'll settle my stomach for a little bit. Let's go on to the next song. This is song number 14. This is I Heard You're Married, feat. Lil Wayne. Okay. So he's with somebody who's already married, like an affair. Oh, okay. I'm just getting totally lost in the groove of this one. So I wonder if this is related to the previous songs. I don't know, like, because in the last song, he's like, I'm in love with you, please don't break my heart. And this seems to suggest that she was never being honest with him. Yeah, controlling, deceiving. You've been leading me on this whole time. Yeah, I can't be that person. They feel like they've been betrayed by this person, you know. That one, I enjoyed the groove of it. It didn't do anything particularly special for me though. I feel like it is definitely like exploring more of this idea of deceit and relationships and like, but yeah, not quite as good as some of the other tracks. I do kind of feel like maybe this album could have been cut down a little bit, Edgy. There's a couple of tracks that don't necessarily build towards the narrative and build towards the concept as much. Okay, let's go on to the penultimate song. This is song number 15. This is Less Than Zero. Nice. First guitar so far in this album. Nice. Ooh, I'm feeling this. Reflecting on how he's broken this relationship. Oh, I love it. Oh, I just love the feeling of this. It's like, has a bit of melancholy to it, you know? Considering the dark side of himself and kind of wishing that he'd be able to actually hide that from her and maintain a relationship, but knowing that he needs freedom and to be relaxed and to live openly. Maybe it's the anxiety and insomnia type thing. I love this. These guitar chords are beautiful. Oh, love it. Fabulous. Oh, God, that's one of my favourites. Yeah. Oh, really adds an element of a different feeling to the album. I think that, like, he's delved into this kind of darkness of the 80s synth thing to almost, like, explore the darkness within himself and the reasons why his relationships are kind of a bit fucked up. And now there's a level of acceptance. You know, he's saying that, like, I'm always going to be lessons that you broke. I'm always going to be imperfect. And although I'd love to hide it, but, like, I can't because I know that you know me too well. And I would fight it, but actually I'd rather be free and just own myself as this slightly broken person and try and move forward. And maybe that's not as part of this relationship. Now he's had this kind of self-discovery. Maybe he needs to let go of this relationship and find a new relationship as a new person. You know, sonically, yeah, like it moves on from that dark 80s synth thing, takes it to a slightly brighter place. Still feels like it fits, but it does feel very different because of that acoustic guitar. And I think that he uses that instrument to try and signal to us, to the listener, that he is changing and this is a different perspective. It's almost like morning is breaking. He's kind of out of the dawn and actually into the daytime and actually back into real life. Very, very, very cool. Right, before we go on to the final song, if you've got this far in the reaction and you're loving it, then make sure to subscribe if you haven't already for all this kind of stuff and more. I really love getting into the weeds when it comes to concept albums, so yeah, make sure to subscribe and and also like this video if you like it too. Let's pause while I delete some stuff on my SD card. Right, let's go on to the final song of this album. Yeah, this is Phantom Regret by Jim.
You're tuned to Dawn FM.
Yeah, bring it right back round.
And it's time to look back on the things you thought you owned. Connectors are haunted by their own lack of trust.
Wow.
We're all out of time. And heaven is closer than those tears on your face.
Wow.
Heaven's for those who let go of regret.
Yeah.
The weekend's so good and he plays all week long. And if your broken heart's heavy when you step on the scale, you'll be lighter than air when they pull back the veil.
It is really about trying to let go of the darkness, isn't it?
To the light.
Yeah. Oh my god, I got chills.
Dance till you find that divine boogaloo.
Oh, the poetry. Wow.
You gotta be heaven to see heaven. May peace be with you.
That just... Oh my god, the poetry in that final thing is so extremely moving and like really sums up what the whole album has been about. It feels like he's been exploring the darkness, and musically he's enveloped in this kind of night of drama and this 80s movie thing. The darkness and the horror of it is the regret, the anxieties, the self-hatred, being up in the middle of the night and thinking and not being able to let go of the mistakes that you've made. That is what the darkness of the album represents. But as he comes into the light, into the dawn, into the new day, he's in less than zero. He kind of let go of it, and now with this final poem it just sums that all up and just says, if you want to make it to heaven, you need to be heaven. You need to let go of your regrets, because life is chaos and you can't control it. Now all the future plans have been maybe it's like a lockdown reference. Oh, okay, so maybe the Dawn FM, maybe that is the moment where you're forced to reckon with yourself, referencing lockdown and how we all had to face ourselves. Now that all future plans have been postponed, it's time to look back on the things you thought you owned. Maybe the Weeknd, through lockdowns, through, the world stopping like all of us, has had time to look back at what he thinks his life should be. The thing is that when the world is in chaos, you realise what is actually important. You realise that maybe you don't own anything. So maybe he's written this album with a kind of view to helping people explore these really extreme and complicated feelings that have all been thrust in our faces now that we've been faced with a global pandemic. Look back on your life. Were you ever actually in tune with the song that life was humming, or were you always just lost in your own regret and lost in your own sadness? You have to sort it out and find a way to find fulfillment and happiness. Heaven's not that, it's this. It's in the depth of this moment we don't reach for bliss. The whole time the radio station has been telling us to sit back, unwind and let it all happen, and that is the meaning of the album, is that he wants us to let go. He wants us to meditate. He wants us to just be free of our regrets and be free of our anxieties, because ultimately that's the only way we're going to find satisfaction and be happy, especially moving on from the pandemic, I think. I feel like it's so close to being like a masterpiece, this album. It does work on so many levels and the overall concept is so effective. The only thing that lets it down for me is that some of the songs could be cut and you'd still have the same album. But oh my god, I'm so glad I listened to that. It was a real journey, a real existential moment, and a real incredible sonic painting, conceptual storytelling that works on so many levels. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, of course. If there's any other songs or albums by The Weeknd that you think I should react to, then make sure to comment below, and maybe I'll actually dig into a bit more of his back catalogue, because I didn't realise he could be so conceptual. I love concept music. Keep an eye on the channel for the rest of the month, because I'll be doing some slightly different and interesting things coming up. Thank you so much for tuning in to the end of the video. I'll see you probably tomorrow with another random album reaction that's come out of nowhere. Cool. Bye.